we're going to be looking at that hybrid picked lick from Lucinda Williams' Reason to Cry off of Essence. And if that seemed too hard for you, stick around because I'm going to show you a couple of other ways you can practice sticking on, just holding a chord. And an even easier lick down at the first open position. So stick around for that. So hybrid picking simply means you're playing strings not adjacent, and so you need some other way, you need a second picking device. My whole playing life, I've always used my thumb and my index finger when I needed to do something like that. So why do you need to use a pick? Well, I finally accepted a year or so ago that there were going to be some songs where I really did want the sound of a pick on the lower string with the snap of the finger and fingernail often on the higher pitched string. And also there are songs where you just need to go back and forth between flat picking and playing licks like these harmonized sixth licks that I've shown you in so many other lessons that are not played on adjacent strings, where you're skipping a string in between that you don't want to hit. There are times where you do want to play the whole triad and not skip a string, but with these harmonized sixth licks, you do skip a string. And since I'm here, I'll let you know that if this seems too hard to play it up here, play it here on 1 and 3. It's the same exact notes, and I've shown you before that you can find these harmonized sixths out of the E shape or F shape, whatever you want to call it, and you have first and third strings, right? This is an A lick, right? We're going up the A major scale. So that's playing it over an E or F shape. Up here you should be able to see that that's your C or D shape. I've shown you in other lessons that out of the cage system that C shape is the same as a D shape, right? This is our D shape of an A chord up here at 9 and 10. And if you played it as an A7, for example, your C7 shape, you can see that you're using those same two notes. So we're at the 10th fret on the 2nd string and the 11th fret on the 4th string. And we're going 12 and 12, and then we're going to slide up to 14 and 14 and slide back. Play 10, 11 again, and then land on 12, 12. And it kind of sits there for a bit, and then when he goes back up to 14, he's really plucking that C sharp note, which you should see is that's part of an A chord, right? That's the A shape of an A chord there at 14. So we're joining the C or D shape to the A shape, just the same way here we're joining the E or F shape to the D shape by going. I've got a lesson called Ultimate Guide to Guitar Fill Licks or something that goes over all of these harmonized sixths and thirds. I'll link here. Hang a little bit. So that's just 12, 14, and then back. And then I believe he goes D, D, A, if you're down here, you would play D, D, A, right? Your 4 chord in the key of A, back to the 1. So that's the Lucinda Williams lick. If that's too complicated, you don't want to be sliding around while you're trying to focus on right hand technique, then just pick a chord. I'm going to pick our E chord of an A shape up here at 7 and 9. You've got 7, 9, 9. But I'm actually going to play it as a sus2. So we've got 7, 7, and 9. This is a beautiful chord, right? This would be an E sus2, because we've got an F sharp note there. That's the 2 in the key of E, right? We've replaced the major third, the G sharp, with the 2, the F sharp. So hold that chord, and we're going to be plucking with the pick on the 3rd string and using the middle finger on the 2nd and 1st strings. So that's 9, 7, 9, 7, and then the second time 9, 7, 9, 7 on the 2nd string. So the whole thing will sound like this. Sounds really nice with some tremolo and reverb. Sounds really pretty when you let it ring out. And then the easiest of the 3 would be just come down here to your 1st position A chord. And again, we're going to do a sus2 thing. So it's the exact thing we did up here. We're replacing the major third, the C sharp, with the 2, the B note. So this is a hammer-on lick. Again, we're using the pick on the 4th string, and we're using our middle finger on 3 and 2. So strike 4th string, play 3rd string, strike 4th string again, play 2nd string. So far we have now 4th string again, and then hammer on the 2nd string from open to 2. So the whole thing sounds like, you know, picture you're ending a song that ends on an A chord, and it rings out with some nice trem and reverb. That's just pretty, isn't it? So you're just alternating between your picked string and your finger picked string. So those are some examples. You can pick anything you want. Pick any chord that you like, a pretty chord, and try alternating between flat picking the lower strings and plucking with your finger, typically the middle finger, plucking those higher strings. All right, hope that helps. Thanks for joining me as always. I'll see you next time.